Hello my friends, happy Sunday and welcome back to my channel. I have some sad news for you today. The United States of America is threatening to destroy the economy of Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica, Barbados, the whole Caribbean. And how is America threatening to destroy these islands' economies? They are threatening to impose a 15% tax on Caribbean exports, which will greatly affect the economies in the Caribbean. Now, we saw a few months ago, when Donald Trump got elected into office, he signed a number of executive orders. And during his campaign trail, he promised that no country will take advantage of America. The Caribbean certainly cannot take advantage of America because the Caribbean buys more American products than America buys of the Caribbean. In fact, America makes more money off of the Caribbean than the Caribbean makes from America. But these tariffs that Trump is threatening to impose on the Caribbean nations, they want to weaken the Caribbean. And I have a news article that I will read for you coming out of Trinidad and Tobago. The new Prime Minister, Kamala Persad-Isasa, is very upset, very worried about these imposed tariffs on Trinidad and Tobago. And these tariffs are not only for Trinidad and Tobago, they will be for the wider Caribbean, including Jamaica and Barbados and the smaller Caribbean islands, Antigua and Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, Grenada, Dominica, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Cuba is under sanctions for decades, for over 50 years. Maybe America wants to turn the Caribbean islands into Cuba. They want to weaken us like they did Cuba. But Cuba is resilient now. Cuba has a fantastic medical system that they managed to build without the help of any American money or any American help. And now they're trying to destroy that as well. But back to the story at hand. Trinidad and Tobago braces for economic blow as US hikes tariffs to 15%. Friends, read this. I'm going to read this for you. Listen to me carefully. Listen to this carefully, my friends. Trinidad and Tobago is bracing for potential economic blow as the United States ramps up tariffs on local exports to 15%, triggering fears of reduced competitiveness, shrinking foreign exchange inflows, and hits to the manufacturing and energy sectors. Hear this? With new tariffs set to take effect on Thursday, government has rushed to establish an interministerial committee to chart a response and a way forward, as key industries such as methanol, ammonia, and perhaps urea face uncertainty in the critical US market. They are set to meet on Tuesday. Now, Trinidad and Tobago export a lot. They do a lot of manufacturing. That is what sustains their economy more than the rest Caribbean islands. So Trinidad and Tobago will feel this harder than the rest Caribbean islands. Jamaica does a lot of manufacturing too, but they have tourism and other industries to blend with that. Foreign Affairs Minister Sean Sobers confirmed to Guardian Media that Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Isasa ordered an urgent review over the weekend, warning that the increased levy up from 10%, they raised it from 10% in April, could have serious short and long-term consequences for the economy. This is what Sobers says, Foreign Minister Sobers of Trinidad and Tobago. We prepared a report which was actually on Thursday night. I think that would have been about 1:30 a.m. in the morning. We had a call from the Prime Minister and she gave instructions. Based upon these instructions, we've been working throughout the weekend, meaning this weekend, on figuring out our move going forward. Man, I've been saying this for a long time on this channel. It's time for us to bridge the gap. Let us stop focusing on America. You can't put all your eggs in their basket. They're unstable right now. The story goes on to say, he said the committee was expected to comprise various ministries, including foreign affairs, energy, trade, finance, and planning. In one of its articles in April this year, the Trinidad and Tobago Energy Chamber stated that the U.S. export market is very important to Trinidad and Tobago, accounting for about 30% of Trinidad and Tobago's export. So my friends, this is no joke. The United States market makes up 30% of Trinidad and Tobago's export, which means a 15% tax hike, tariff hike, will greatly affect the economy. Let me explain how that goes. The export products from Trinidad and Tobago, they will have to now pay the US government a 15% tax on each product. So by the time it hits US market, it will be passed on to the customers. It will be 15% more expensive. So this will make it less desirable for American markets, which means less sales, more money for the US government, but less money for Trinidad and Tobago. And that is what the US has been doing throughout the world, including with China and Asia. I don't know what they're doing with Europe. They're all brothers and sisters, America and Europe, so they have brotherly love. But for us here in the Caribbean and Africa, we have to chart a new way. This is why I started this channel. The mission of this channel is to bridge the gap between the African continent and the African diaspora, because of things like this, and because we share a common culture, language, tradition. We're of the same African descent. What is stopping us, my friends? CARICOM and the African Union work fast in bridging the gap between the African continent and the African diaspora. If you're watching for the first time, my friends, like this video, share it with all your friends and family, and comment your thoughts and opinion, and let me know what you think about this topic. Also, you can support the channel by becoming a channel member. The link is in this description box. You can just click the link and join the channel and make a small donation every month, and this will go a long way in supporting this channel so that we can continue our good work in bringing our people together. I also have a travel channel. The link is in this description box. Go on over to that travel channel. Just last week I posted a video of me walking through the village and picking fruits, picking tea leaves and just showing you the natural, lovely environment of the Caribbean and how you can live for free. Because it's all free things I picked. And nature in the Caribbean. On the island that I'm on, St. Kitts and Nevis. My friends, so go on over and subscribe to that channel, but subscribe to this one first because this is my main channel. The two channels go hand in hand. This channel is to react to breaking news that affect the African continent and the African diaspora, and the other channel is to do travel content, vlogging, walking through the communities, showing you the lifestyle, and showing you different places where you can live, work and enjoy, mostly in the Caribbean and Africa. That will be my focus, my friends. Because it is time for us to travel to each other's country, travel throughout the Caribbean, travel throughout Africa, travel from the Caribbean to Africa, but we need direct flights. So if you're interested in travel content, go on over to that channel and subscribe to that channel and watch all the videos and like and share them and comment your thoughts and opinion. Let me know what you think, and so that give me some feedback so that I can improve, my friends. But let me know what you think about this topic of Donald Trump and the United States of America threatening to destroy the small growing economies of these Caribbean island nations. As I said in my last video, I'm not just gonna sit back and talk on these videos and that will be it. I'm gonna get seriously involved in politics in the Caribbean, my friends. So stay tuned to an announcement that I will be making very, very soon. I'm gonna get seriously involved in politics in my home country, and hopefully with your help and support we can bring home the victory, my friends. My victory will be a victory for you because we are one big family, and our mission is to bridge the gap between the African continent and the African diaspora. Strengthen our people worldwide. Strengthen the black African race, my friends. So I will need all the help that I can, and that is where you come in, my friends. With your help and support, I will bring home the victory for you, my friends. I will do this one for you. We have been talking long enough. It's time for us to get involved in the political atmosphere in the Caribbean, in Africa. All young people with open minds who want to strengthen the black African race worldwide and bridge the gap between the African continent and the African diaspora should get involved in politics in the Caribbean and in Africa, just like Ibrahim Traore got involved in government and overthrew that puppet French government in Burkina Faso and took control of the country. And Niger overthrew Bazoum, that puppet French prime minister or leader, president, and took control of the country. Mali overthrew the puppet French government as well. Chad did the same thing, and you see how those countries are thriving today. All young soldiers in the Caribbean and Africa must stand up. If we have politicians in there who are puppets for the West, it is time for them to go. And it is time for us to take back our countries. Take back our destiny and bridge the gap between the African continent and the African diaspora, because we are one people separated by a brutal transatlantic slave trade and colonialism. But we're coming back together stronger than ever, my friends. So make sure to subscribe to the channel, join my channel and become a member. Continue to support the channel in whatever you do. Comment your thoughts and opinion. You like the videos, you leave super chats, donations here and there. All the help is welcome, my friends. All of that is help. You subscribe to the channel, all of that is help, my friends, and I greatly appreciate all of your continued support. Thank you for watching today's video, and my name is Beyond. This is Beyond Uncut, and I will see you tomorrow in the next video. Bye bye, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and much love.